And let's continue this conversation because earlier I spoke about growing backlash against school boards in Florida as well as Virginia with Jennifer Nassour, a Republican strategist and former chair of the Massachusetts Republican Party. Watch this. My first question to you, just straight out of the gate here. School boards have largely been nonpartisan for decades. Why does politics suddenly matter when it comes to school boards and school officials?
You know, this is a really interesting question. So as you said, I'm former chair of Mass Republican Party. And as a former chair, what I know is that every single position, every elected position, every appointed position is actually political, even though it says nonpartisan. It doesn't matter. It is partisan. And so it's wonderful to see a governor actually take interest in the lowest level of elected office holders, because that has been used as a political tool and a political pawn of the Democratic Party for decades, because they figured out that that is the way that they build their bench. And so it's about time that Republicans figure out that this is a great way for us to build our bench of future political leaders.
And curious, what impact is this having on curriculum and what's being removed or added from it?
So what it should do is it should open the conversation, because what we should be having is a conversation about diversity of thought, not one way. It's not one way or the highway. This isn't a black or white approach as far as looking at the grand scheme. There's a lot of gray here. And unless we have different political views on school boards, on planning boards, on your water commission, unless we have different views, we're never going to get to the right answer. It's always going to be the majority rule, and the smallest voices are silenced.
And my last question to you, Jennifer, in the past, there had been politics involved with federal policies like No Child Left Behind, Common Core, but that had largely been in state houses. What's caused the shift from protesting state-level education policy to politicizing local school boards?
Well, I think what happened is what we saw in 2020 during the pandemic. Many parents, like myself, sat at home working right next to where our kids were learning and listening to the stuff that they're learning. No longer history, the way that history was taught, or English, or math, or science. All of a sudden, all these outside influences are coming in. And unless we have school boards that are actually paying attention to what the kids are learning, we're never going to have future generations that are successful because they've learned the basics of their education. And so I think this is a phenomenal policy that or a phenomenal thing that the governor is doing, getting involved in these local school boards. And again, I don't think it should be one way on either side, but I do think that we need to have more diversity of thought, and there are a lot of great parent organizations out there that are supportive of this, because this is the way that we should be teaching our kids, and it shouldn't just be the old way where it's stacked with liberals that are then deciding where our education is for our children.
A fascinating topic.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.